Hi everyone! So I'm a little late to the party with this build, but from what I've played, I've been missing out. Now this Hunter Void build uses the Hunter Exotic chest, Geyer Falcon's Hauberk, to allow infinite volatile rounds and plenty of extra damage for you and your Void weapons of choice. You can go invisible at any point, which also makes this build great for survivability and endgame content. Also, this build does not require any artifact mods, which means it will be useful even after the season ends. So without wasting any more time, let's see what makes this build so great. So starting off, as mentioned previously, it does not require any artifact mods, but that doesn't mean it doesn't work well with this season's mods. Right now, combined with Volatile Flow, picking up Overpower grants your Void weapons volatile rounds. This just means if somehow you don't have invisibility on your Hunter, then you can always have volatile rounds active. Combining this with Bricks from Beyond, defeating a powerful combatant with a Void weapon has a chance to generate heavy ammo for you and your teammates. While you're using Void weapons, you'll always have heavy ammo to use with it. So going on to the super, I'm using Gambler's Dodge to help me get my melee back, the Snare Bomb, and for the grenade, I would recommend using Vortex Grenade. I just like using Void Wall because I'm so used to it from Destiny 1. Going on to my aspects, I'm using Stylish Executioner, defeating weakened, suppressed, or volatile targets, grant invisibility, and True Sight. This helps you to deal extra damage to all enemies that you weaken. The other aspect I'm using is Vanishing Step. Dodging makes you invisible. This just allows you to gain volatile rounds even more often using your exotic chest piece. For my fragments, I'm using Echo of Obscurity. Finisher Final Blows grant invisibility. This is just another option to gain invisibility, but you can switch with whatever Void fragment you want to. I'm also using Echo of Undermining. Your Void grenades weaken targets. Since you're going to be getting back your grenades pretty often, it's going to be handy to throw your grenades to weaken all targets. I also use Echo of Instability. Defeating targets with grenades grants volatile rounds for your Void weapons. Once again, just another avenue to get volatile rounds on your weapons. Lastly, I'm using Echo of Starvation. Picking up a Void Breach or an Orb of Power grants Devour. This just adds to the survivability of this build along with the damage of it. Going on to the armor, on my helmet, I'm using a Void Siphon mod. Because this build uses Void weapons, it's important to have this mod on. I also combine it with the Ashes to Assets mod, allowing me to get my tether back pretty quickly. I'm combining it with a special ammo finder to give myself extra special ammo. You can use whatever perk you want here. Heavy ammo finder works as well, but this is just personal preference. On my arms, I'm using a Firepower mod. Your Grenade Final Blows grant Orbs of Power. This allows me to get even more Orbs of Power along with my energy weapon. Bolstering Detonation grants class ability energy when you cause damage with your grenades. Since once again, this build allows you to have plenty of grenades, you're going to be getting back your class ability to gain invisibility quite often. The last mod is really personal preference. I like using Fastball because considering how many grenades I'm going to be throwing, but you can use whatever you want here. Before going into the chest piece armor mods, it's important to know what Geyer Falcon's Hauberk actually does. Your Void weapons gain volatile rounds after you emerge from being invisible. When you are invisible and defeat a combatant using a finisher, all your weapons gain bonus damage. You and your nearby allies gain a reserve overshield and improved class ability regeneration. These reserve overshields can be deployed by using a class ability. This chest piece works amazing because it allows you to get volatile so often. On my chest piece, I have a charged up mod, allowing me to increase the amount of armor charges I have. I'm also using the Arc Reserves mod to give my heavy weapon extra ammo, and using the Resistance mod of my choice. On my legs, I'm using an Insulation mod, reduces class ability cooldown each time you pick up an Orb of Power. This allows you to dodge even more often. Innervation mod, reduces grenade cooldown each time you pick up your Orb of Power, once again allowing you to get your grenade back quickly. And Arc Weapon Surge, which works with my heavy weapon. On my cloak, I'm using Time Dilation. Your Decaying Armor Charge has a longer duration, allowing me to work with my Arc Weapon Surge mod to gain damage even more often. I'm using a Bomber mod, reduce grenade cooldown when using a class ability. This just allows you to get your grenade back when you dodge your enemies, because you're going to be dodging often. Lastly, I'm using a Distribution mod, reduces all ability cooldowns when using your class ability near targets. This allows you to get back your grenade faster as another avenue to throw your grenade. Lastly, I do want to mention, while in the gameplay, I'm using my Funnel Web SMG. This build also works really well with the Wave Splitter Trace Rifle. Considering how double special weapons are used quite often in this meta, this might be a better choice than using an SMG. So that's what I'm using to make this Hunter Void build amazing. Let me know down in the comments below how you think it can be improved, or what other builds you'd like to see next. Thank you and have a good day.